Today I thought I'd practice what I preach and talk about how to be alone. This is actually the first summer that I've really been alone, and I know a lot goes around in the media about Hot Girl Summer from Megan Thee Stallion and how single girls are just supposed to have this really wild summer, being really slutty and enjoying themselves. But this summer for me has actually been the first summer where I haven't dated at all. I've literally spent the whole summer completely single, and a lot of girls say they're single, but they're not actually single. They are texting men, dating men, having sex with men. For me, the term single means I'm not in a relationship, but I'm not actively dating. I'm literally just on my own, living my own life. And I feel that some girls can get caught in the trap of dating and dating and dating for validation. I mean, it doesn't even have to just be women. Men can get in this trap as well. I haven't been on any apps, I haven't been talking to anyone, and also a lot of girls, and I even cringe thinking about some of my other videos I've done, have fallen into this trap of thinking that because I'm talking to someone, I'm in a kind of semi-relationship with someone because we're talking, we're being emotionally intimate with each other, we're revealing secrets, we're being vulnerable, and girls can sometimes trick themselves into thinking because they're being emotionally vulnerable with people, they're in a relationship. And they're not. The truth is, unless a guy is asking you out on dates, spending time with you, and you're actually there physically together, you're not in a relationship. And this summer I've been completely single. I said to my brother, the thing is, when you make videos and you say something, like I said, oh, I'm never going to go on a dating app again. And then inevitably a week later you change your mind and you're like, for fuck's sake, I've just put it out on the internet that I'm never going to go on a dating app. But I said to my brother, should I go on Tinder again? And he was like, do it, but I haven't. I personally think trying to find a man in the summer is like literally trying to run uphill. Men in the summer, they want to be free, out with their friends, and they don't want to really commit to someone in the summer. I think if you want someone, wait till the winter when people get really needy. I think that's probably a better strategy. So I haven't yet, but I was thinking that I haven't been on an actual physical date since January. And I'm like, oh my God, now it's August and I haven't actively been on a date since January. And I was like, oh my God. And the last person I went on a date with was, oh dear Lord, that French guy that I was obsessed with for about a year that I've talked about on my channel. And we haven't spoken since January, when he just ghosted me. And I imagine that he probably watches my videos now and again. If I was a man, I probably would still watch someone's videos just to see if they were talking about me. But we don't chat at all. And I was thinking, I haven't actively dated anyone since January. I was chatting to someone else and I really let my guard down with this person and I was emotionally vulnerable. And looking back, I regret that because I was too emotionally open with this person. All the while, they were just looking for an emotional support system. They didn't want to take me out on dates. They just wanted someone to chat about. And this person just wanted me to make them feel better about their life. And really, it's a two-way street. I was give with this person and I wasn't getting a lot back. And I think after that episode, I really thought, I need to be single. I need to stop getting caught up in this kind of texting relationships with people. Because that seems to have been my pattern before, is kind of getting really emotional with people over text and over phone calls. And I was chatting to one of my guy friends that I work with, And I was just explaining the situation and just saying, he was like, oh, you're dating anyone at the moment? He's with someone, so it's not like that. But he was like, you dating anyone at the moment? And I explained this kind of weird texting relationship I had with someone. And he just said, look, that guy's probably got a girlfriend. And yeah, I had to admit, there was something wrong. He either had a girlfriend or he didn't want to fully commit. And that's, when was that? March? So really since March, April, May, June, July. So really, for the past 6 months, I haven't really talked to anyone. I haven't chatted. I've been completely alone. I haven't got my validation from anyone. And I've honestly just used this time to try and be comfortable being alone. And it's really difficult because, being really honest with you, I struggle with the weekends part about being single. In the week, I can compartmentalize it because I'm at work, but I can really struggle with the weekends because I live alone. And if I'm not planning stuff with my friends, if you think Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, it's like 2.5 days really to just fill a void. And that's what I really struggle with, is the weekend. And I've always felt that I've struggled with the weekends. It's really made me evaluate where I want to live. And if I could afford to move, I would move near my parents. And sadly, at the moment, economically, I can't move. My landlord's just put my rent up and I still can't afford to move because I've been here so long. So it was a cheaper rent, but even with the rent increase, it's still cheaper than what's around me. So I'm staying where I am at the moment. And I've kind of come to realization now that it's been like 6 months. I need to kind of get back dating, and I don't really want to admit this on camera, but I really need some D. I'm not going to lie now. It's been so long, and I generally don't know what to do because I really want to have a sexual relationship with someone, but I don't want a one-night stand, and I don't want a friends with benefits situation either. But I don't really know how to approach this with a guy without coming across as just the desperate woman that wants a relationship. So that's why I've been single for so long, because I know for me, casual doesn't work because I just get feelings for someone. To counteract that, I just haven't been intimate with anyone, but I feel that now I feel more comfortable with my body. It's something that I want to try and I want to do it again, but as I say, it's just trying to meet someone, it's just horrendous. And I'm sure there'll be maybe 1 or 2 kind volunteers out there, but I think realistically the only way for me to find someone is to maybe get on the dating apps again. And I'm not doing Bumble. I'm not fishing for a man on Bumble. I'm just refuse. So I might have to try Tinder again. I really don't want to, but I think it's the way to go. It's like, men don't approach me, so I'm just gonna have to go on Tinder and just pray that there's one decent guy out there that actually wants something more than just a sexual relationship. Apart from that, there isn't really an update with me. I did go out for drinks with my office crush, but it was as part of a team. I can't really call it a date because it wasn't just us two, it was the whole team. And it was so funny. There was one seat left next to me and I literally just moved my laptop at lightning speed so he could sit next to me. And he's actually like a really nice guy. He'll probably watch this. That's the thing, like when you make cringy videos and put them online, I don't know if he's actually seen it or not, or knows about my channel. As I say, I've given up on the whole trying to find someone at work thing, because I'll go into the office, and the thing is, literally there'll be a couple of people in there now. Since this whole working at home thing and we don't need to come in, I physically make the effort to go in because I live alone, and it's better for my mental health if I actually go into the office. So I do go into the office, but there'll be a few people there. So I don't know. The healthiest thing for me is to just go back onto the dating apps and try again. Now I've got my hot body. I mean, I don't get it personally. I've got F-cup boobs. I've got a tiny waist. I don't know how I can't find a man. Like, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but it's like I literally do not know what men want. It's literally just ridiculous. I just think these days men are just way too fussy. There's this thing that's put out in the media that women are too fussy, and it's like hypergamy. But honestly, men are exactly the same. Men just want this perfect human being that's like the cool girl. And I hate the analogy of the cool girl, where I haven't seen Gone Girl, but I know it's something along the lines of she eats pizza yet remains this really small figure and drinks beer and just likes pool and is just one of the guys. And sometimes I think guys just want the really cool girl and like a really hot body, and it's the female version of the unicorn, and it doesn't exist for a lot of men out there. And sometimes I think men just have to be a bit more realistic, and it's that a lot of women out there are just really nice, decent people. They're just maybe not a size 8. They're not like tiny. And I think men just need to be a bit more realistic about that. But anyway, that's just another rant. But on the whole, I do think that I have coped better being alone in the summer. And I think in a lot of ways it is easier to be alone in the summer because you have the sun, you know, you have the vitamin D, you have the sunlight. I think when it comes to winter, it's a bit more difficult to be alone, especially when it gets dark at like 4 o'clock at night and you're just thinking, oh, I'm alone, and it's dark. I know I said 2 videos ago that I'm going to delete dating apps. I think maybe next week I might join them again and try for like the umpteenth time to try and find someone, but it's getting like bloody ridiculous now. And I'm just like, Jesus, send me someone. But honestly, your guys' comments really help me out when you're just like, I'm going through the same thing. You're not alone in this. And it does remind me that it's not just me going through this. It reminds me that it's a worldwide problem, and it's not something that just solely affects me. It affects men and women. And yeah, your comments really help me. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hate shilling for subscribers, but please subscribe because it really does help my channel out. Even if you like my videos, it just pushes them up in the algorithm. So if you could do that, that would be really handy.